Arsenal are linked with Spanish superstar who's made a big impact on the Euros already. And have Liverpool found their long-term Mohamed Salah replacement? We've got so much to get into. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. We are less than 10 subscribers off of 8,000. So if you are new to the channel, please do go down and smash that subscribe button. And if we could hit 400 likes on the video, that'd be unreal. So go down and drop a like. Now, do you know what? We'll start with Nico Williams, Spanish superstar. That is what I'm calling him. 21 years of age, has an unbelievable season with Athletic Bilbao, goes on to the international stage. First game of the Euros is absolutely exceptional against Croatia, and I believe was man of the match in the second game against Italy. 21 years of age, can go on the left, can go on the right. He's creative as they come, has got blistering pace. And as I've said before, I don't necessarily know if Arsenal, I know there's various different reports right now, and it's very, it's very hard to believe every single report, but I still believe Arsenal could strengthen out wide. Now, we've spoken about this before, and I'll speak about it again. When you score 90 Premier League goals or 91 Premier League goals, the argument that you need a striker is not as, clear cut as it seems. The only team around in the top 7 teams, other than Arsenal, to have a 20-goal a season player in the Premier League was Tottenham. Villa have got Watkins, Liverpool have got Salah, City have got Haaland, Chelsea have got Palmer, Newcastle have got Isak. Tottenham are the only team who doesn't really have a 20-goal a season player. But yet Arsenal still scored 91 goals. The best defense in the league. And Saliba last night for France, genuinely, I'm going to say this right now, Saliba's the best centre-back in the league for me. He just oozes class. A Rolls Royce, holds a defender off. He's so fast. He's so strong. He's dominant in the air. Passing range is fantastic. And he's still only, 22 years of age. Saliba, for me, genuinely, it's frightening how strong he is. But look, speaking on Nico Williams, he's attracting interest from, the likes of Real Madrid, the likes of Liverpool, Spurs, Man United, and the latest club to be interested in him is Arsenal. Now, the London Standard come out yesterday, actually this morning, a couple of hours ago, and they have said the following: Arsenal are in the hunt for Williams. Arsenal are among the clubs keeping tabs on Nico Williams. The 21-year-old was already a man in demand before the Euros, and that is set to intensify in the coming weeks as he impresses for Spain. Fabrizio Romano reports that Arsenal and Liverpool have both had talks over a possible move for Williams, while the winger is also on Barcelona's shortlist. Now, if we look at all of those clubs that are just in there at the moment, if we look at Arsenal at this moment in time, for me, are a more attractive football club to go to than Barcelona. In Spain, I don't see Real Madrid not winning the league title for the next few years with the likes of Kylian Mbappe, the likes of Vinny Jr., Valverde, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Bellingham. Their team is ridiculous. You've also got the likes of Genoa, who are getting better and better and better. I've got Pep Guardiola's brother as their chairman. They've got a very, very good scouting network, and they will get better as well. You've also got the likes of Atletico Madrid that occasionally sneak in a league title. I think Arsenal right now are more attractive to join than a Barcelona. Liverpool, however, is a completely different kettle of fish, because Liverpool are, a massive team throughout Europe. But I still would argue that Arsenal just edge more attractive club, because at the moment they are, going for Manchester City. If you're talking about Liverpool 3 or 4 years ago, then it's a different argument. But Nico Williams, for me, is one of the most exciting wingers in Europe right now. You look at we'll talk about the eye test in a minute, but if you look at the actual numbers of the guy, in the league last season, 5 goals, 11 assists. So what's that? 16 GA in 31 games. Played a hell of a lot of football. Can play on the left, can play on the right. He is an absolute joy to watch. He got 14 assists overall, according to Transfer Market in La Liga, 5 goals, so 19 GA. And he also played 6 games in the Copa del Rey with 8 GA. absolutely tremendous season. Overall, 39 games, 19 assists, 8 goals, playing 2,875 minutes. So what's that? 27 GA in 39 games. Unbelievable talent. Been at Bilbao since he was, 17 or 18 years of age. He's linked, like I said, Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Liverpool, Barcelona. A number of teams are interested in him. He's played 2 games at the Euros, and Spain are absolutely blessed to have Lamine Yamal on one side and to have, Nico Williams on the other side. Morata performed for Spain as well. I think he's the third highest goal scorer in the Euros in Euros history. When you look at his stats in the cup competitions as well, 15 goals and assists in 17 games in the Copa del Rey and 30 GA in 103 in La Liga, and he still is 21 years of age. He's 22 in July next month. For me, he ticks all of the boxes to go to Arsenal and really put pressure on the likes of Gabriel Martinelli, Bukayo Saka, puts pressure on Leandro Trossard. When you look at his stats, he's in the top 2% of all wide players in Europe when it comes to assists. He's top 3% for take-ons, top 6% for successful dribbles. He's compared to the likes of Savio at Girona, the likes of Gabriel Martinelli at Arsenal, the likes of Cole Palmer at Chelsea. His stats are incredible. On the eye as well, he's brilliant. He's fantastic first touch, loves running at his man, is a creative outlet. And for me, he is the sort of player that Arsenal, if I was an Arsenal fan, this is the sort of player for me that would get me excited. He's got a release clause of around £50 million. I think it's 55 million euros. Edu prioritizes Nico Williams, apparently. That's according to an Arsenal ITK. I think he's got all of the credentials to go and be a top player in that Arsenal team. I look at them right now. Gabriel Martinelli didn't have the best of seasons last season. Leandro Trossard stepped up. Gabriel Jesus didn't have the best of seasons. Kai Havertz stepped up. But if Saka does not have the best of seasons next season, who is there to step up? You look at Reece Nelson. You look at Gabriel Jesus. You look at Eddie Nketiah. They need another wide player, in my opinion. They've been linked to a lot of strikers. And as great as Victor Gyökeres is, in an ideal world, you could sign him and Nico Williams. Spurs are heavily linked with Nico Williams for me, and he is my number one transfer target. I genuinely think that he is an unbelievable talent. I think he's got all of the ability to go to the very, very top. If you've got the likes of Real Madrid, Barcelona, Liverpool, Bayern Munich, and Arsenal after you, then you are going to be a top talent. Speaking about another top talent, Mohamed Kudus of West Ham. He is being linked to a move to Liverpool, and there's even some reports coming out to say that he could be the long-term replacement for Mohamed Salah. Now, I'm a big fan of Kudus, or Kudas, however you prefer to pronounce it. I think he's a very, very good player, can play a number of positions. He can play left wing, he can play right wing, he can play cam. He's done it on the international stage as well. He's done it in multiple leagues. He's one of West Ham's best signings in recent years. 8 goals and 6 assists last season in the Premier League. In the Europa League, 5 goals in 9 games. In the Europa League qualification, 1 game, 3 goals. In the EFL Cup, 3 game, 1 goal. And in the Eredivisie, the 2 games he did play before he moved to West Ham, 2 games and 2 goal contributions. He played 48 games last season in all competitions and got 25 goal contributions. Played 3,781 minutes. He did move to West Ham for £40 million from Ajax, and that move eventually rose to £43 million. Liverpool at the moment are the number one, club linked with him. The likes of Al Attihad as well in Saudi. He's got 11 games in 34 for the Ghana international side. He can play as a number 9, false 9. He can play right wing, left wing, and a number 10 attacking midfielder. He's left-footed. His contract expires June 30th, 2028, and West Ham have the option to extend for 1 more year. He played a big part. He was responsible for 26% of the goal contributions for West Ham last season. Now, West Ham are in an interesting situation because you've got the current situation that's going on with the likes of, with the likes of Paqueta, whether he may or may not get a ban is yet to be seen. You've got if he gets let off, I think there's more chance that Mohamed Kudus, you know, could be a Liverpool player. One thing that's also noting as well, West Ham's FFP isn't the best. So do they have to sell one of their big stars like Aston Villa have with Douglas Luiz, to compete, to go and buy players? They've got some good players. Alvarez, you know, Jared Bowen for me, I'm a big fan. James Ward-Prowse, a bit of an assist merchant at times, but Liverpool need to look at that long-term replacement for Mohamed Salah. You've got Mohamed Salah's 32 years of age. He's been one of Liverpool's best players in the Premier League era. He's, for me, just one of the best wire players in Europe. You've got a few question marks over Mohamed Salah's future. You've got a few question marks over the likes of, Luis Diaz's future. Darwin Núñez deleted all the posts off his Instagram with Liverpool shirt on. And for me, Salah's now getting to that point where he's starting to slow down. I know he had a fantastic season last season. He's just turned 32. He still had an unbelievable season with Liverpool, getting 28 GA in 32 games. His record is absolutely obscene. He's 32 goals, 22 goals, 19 goals, 22 goals, 23 goals, 18 goals, 19 goals. He's got over 200 goal contributions in a Liverpool shirt in the Premier League. He's absolutely obscene, and it's gonna. I don't think personally you replace him with one player. As great as Kudus is, I think they do need to bring in a number 9 as well for me. I don't know what you guys think, but I personally feel they should bring in someone, I guess you could say, and then maybe bring in a number 9 who could get 15 to 18 goals a season as well, with a maybe a Duran's being linked to Liverpool as well as Chelsea. You got the likes of Gyökeres out there who's being linked to move to Arsenal. Another player that Liverpool are interested in, who knows Arnie Slot extremely well, is Santiago Jimenez. He's another player being linked to a move to Liverpool. Of course, had an unbelievable couple of years with Feyenoord with Arnie Slot. So look, there's a number of replacements out there, but I don't think you just bring in one. I think you need to bring in 2 players. Let me know your thoughts on today's video. I will see you all soon. Thank you all for watching. I am